Hi everyone, I thought today I would use the cards that I'd got from, well, it was the Animal Spirit guidebook. And these are cards that are to do with where you are drawn to, what is your spirit trying to tell you, who is with you at the moment, what type of personality are you. I've never actually used these cards before, so I thought I would use them to do today, as in I pick a card and use them along with the wisdom of the oracle card to see what message is behind each spirit animal. Now we have the zebra, we have the cobra, and we have the turtle. Both the zebra and the cobra are both fire elements. Okay, if you're drawn to the fire element, the turtle obviously is a water element, so you may be drawn to the turtle depending on the makeup of your zodiac system. Okay, so what we'll do is I will allow you to feel, are you drawn to the zebra, the cobra or the turtle, and I will read what the message is that they do signify in your personality and what is coming about for you at this particular time. And I'll read what the card for the wisdom of the oracle, and that will be either about your the prosperity part of your life or the love aspect. But sometimes, not sometimes, if these particular cards come out on the reverse, upside down, is a protective message that I have to read for you, okay? So I'll ask you to pause and see where you feel drawn to. You could just be drawn to a particular animal because you like that animal, or the colours in the card, or just instinctively, where do you feel you feel that you could feel an attachment to that particular creature. So I'll let you get started. 1, 2 or 3, zebra, cobra or the turtle. I'm going to get started. I'll move the other ones to the side while I start with number 1, and that is the zebra. Okay. Right away you can see as if it's got the third eye is lit up. Do you see that right in the middle of the forehead? Almost like looking at the wisdom of the creature, how it can see into a different realm. It's good, the third eye is open. Maybe that is what's happening for you at this particular moment. And for the zebra we have, now I know it's in 143, page 143. I don't know if you can see that here. What it's saying basically for this particular is eccentric, creative and a visionary. This could be how your personality is, if this is where you've been drawn to. The zebras are the most precious of gems. They are young at heart, well cultured and have an undying curiosity about life. Being in the company of a zebra personality, which is who picked number 1, not only is a delight but also opens our minds. Be prepared, their potent magic is contagious and you may soon find yourself in a faraway land, expanding your worldwide view while having a blast. Zebras also like to contribute to the global health through environmental or voluntary work. This card may be a hint to pack your bags. You could be thinking about going on a holiday, even a holiday where you know, you could be going to look at an environmental area, cleaning up the oceans, that kind of idea. You could just simply be trying to be more environmentally conscious about your carbon footprint at the moment also. If you're a balanced zebra personality type, then you will be worldly, enthusiastic and very fashion forward. When you're out of balance, zebras, you are jaded, pouty and vain. Now I'm quite sure we can all be out of balance sometimes. To bring you back into balance, you have to have a really epic adventure. You know, plan something where you think, you know, I've never did this before. Could be going on a safari or just doing something that is really out of your comfort zones. Also participating in some kind of art project. So that is for the zebras. For your wisdom of the oracle card, Zebra, you have got why. I don't know if you can see that. It's why. It's almost like, you know, asking the question. And for that we have, let me see, it's 116. What this particular card means is your motives for driving your intention, the power of knowing the why in your life. Why are you doing what you're doing? The oracle message for that is there is a great power in understanding your motives right now. The oracle asks you to be very clear about why you're asking this question, looking for this answer, behaving in this way, and most importantly, making the choices that you're making. Knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. When you are clear about it, your intention will then be a magnet for miracles. Miracles. Motives define the nature of your experience. When you think about something, feel it and then act on it. The invisible why is the life force energy within the seed, which brings it to the life and holds the potential for growth. So it's about questioning everything that you're doing. Why do you do a particular job? Why are you with a particular partner? Why do you do the things that you do? Your relationship message is, we don't always know why we engage in our relationships in the way that we do, mostly because our feelings aren't always logical. Now is the time to recognise whether you are being triggered by someone else or if your behaviour is motivated by unresolved issues in the past. When you ask yourself, why am I feeling like this? And why did I say that? And spend some time in introspection, the answers may be surprising. Listen to the messages from your intuition, from the knowing deep within you. What does it tell you about yourself and others? In the end, life is all about being loved. Miracles and a deep understanding of your needs and how to get them met are the buried treasures of the why. Uncover them by posing the most powerful questions you can ask yourself and your partner today. Why? In relation to prosperity, for those that picked number 1, knowing the motives behind your career and creative venture is the ticket to your greatest success. It's time to ask yourself some probing questions. Are you driven by a desire to serve? Does your prosperity impact the greater good? When you envision your most prosperous life, are you guided by a sense of purpose or by a need to make money, acquire things, save for the future, or all of these? No motive is bad or good, but having an agenda hidden from yourself will lead to disappointment and possibly failure. Be clear about why you want the things you do. If the motives are true, accept them. If they are not, change them so you can step into your extraordinary life. So that was for number 1, and I think that's I think that's quite an important message for everybody, to question why you do what you do, especially if you're in a job or a situation you're not happy in, and you should ask yourself, why do you carry on doing it? So that's for number 1. For number 2, we have the Cobra, and the Cobra is 141. Cobra. Well, I'll let you have a right close-up look at the card. The message is pausing, waiting, the inner teacher. The Cobra represents a teacher or spiritual guardian. The Cobra hovers and watches, ever present, ever protecting, ever loving. The essence of the Cobra is found deep within us in the form of the inner teacher and manifests externally in those special guides who've led us along our path. What would it feel like to be a student again? What are you ready to learn? Remember the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. I feel that those that pick number 2 is ready to go on some kind of embark on either studying for like kind of esoteric things, or maybe going into meditation to get a deeper knowing of themselves, or just basically going to learn a new skill. When the Cobra is in balance, they are a student of life, humble and wise. When out of balance, they can be a know-all and egocentric, so you need to keep that in check, those that pick Cobra. To bring the Cobra back into balance, you need to take a class and study. I feel those that have taken the Cobra have got a very a mind that needs to be stimulated all the time. You need to be learning new things. It's important, or you become stagnant, and you become unhappy and feeling unfulfilled. So it's time to learn something new, Cobras. The card that you have picked is, oh, upward, that one. You're in reverse, and you picked Go the Distance. That's it upright, and as you can see, it looks like a leopard, and you can, you know, the speed of the leopard, and it's passing the finish line, as you can see, but it was in reverse. So the message, when a reverse message comes out in these cards, it is to give a warning. So let me see, what is the warning for those that picked number 2, number 178? Let me have a look. 178, and it's a protection message for those that picked this one, this card. Do you feel as if you've been wandering in the desert now for ages and ages and nothing is happening? When you conjure up the image of a desert, you picture parched lips, sunburned skin and a mirage. But there is more to it than that. Amid the hot sands are creatures with resilient spirits, tough skins, and the willingness to bury deep underground for water so that they may thrive. This is a time for developing survival skills and resilience. You are learning how to conserve your energy, and in this temporary time of austerity, it's wise to be selective about where you expand your energy. Listen to the call of your soul, because it will never lead you astray. This is an important time for letting go of what's not important. I think that's a huge message for number 2. It's time to basically let go of things that don't matter. Don't hang on to things that are just keeping you stagnant and basically wasting energy on maybe silly arguments in relationships that have basically run their course. It's time to be the Cobra. It's time to be resilient and learn new skills. Let go of the past. Let go of things that no longer serve. That's for our Cobras. For number 3, we've got the Turtle, which is a water, obviously, a water sign. And for our Turtle, we have on page 105, what does it say about our little turtles? Right. The ancient soul, grounded, trusting, at home in the self. I think that's, you know, it's, your little home is everything to you. It is wonderful to be in the presence of a turtle personality. Like the beaver, the turtle has a strong relationship with the earth and water elements simultaneously. This helps to ground and connect them to the deeper truths of life. No matter where their travels lead them, turtle energy is behind all great writers and storytellers, as they collect life experiences under their shells for later use. The most potent turtle energy helps us close all the other books and begin to tell our own true tale. Now, when you're in balance, my little turtles, little turtle people, peaceful, adventurous and productive. When you're knocked out of balance, you're slows down to a halt, so you just become stagnant. To bring back into balance, you need an adventure. You need something to make you want to get up in the morning and move ahead. Now, the card that we picked along for the wisdom of the oracle, we have TikTok. I don't know if time's running out for something. Number 3, we've got TikTok here. And let me see, what does it say about TikTok? Page 112. 112, what do we have? Right, for TikTok, the essential meaning is timelessness, divine timing, and immeasurable time. The oracle messages, when humans created time, everything changed and contracted. People have come to look at life in a linear way, imagining that the past is behind them and the future ahead of them. But what if that isn't true at all? What if everything creative, beauty, chaos and order were happening now in a glorious timelessness? You have all the time in the world to co-create the life you desire. So release your agenda. Let go of your need to shape each moment to your expectations, knowing that what is yours will never be withheld from you. Miracles are here right now and always show up when you need them, right on time. Now, as the relationship message we have for TikTok, love the fulfillment of desire, and even the body's, hang on, we still, okay. Even the body's reproductive cycles have their own timetable. Some things are preordained and cannot be coerced. Everything has its season. It's divine and appropriate timing, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Remember that you always have enough time for love, to find it, to nurture it, to give and receive it. Its clock is eternal and ticks according to the beating of your heart in perfect rhythm. Isn't that wonderful to know? Love is always right on time. The prosperity message for TikTok is your prosperity is co-created by your endeavours as they occur in human-made time and the eternal efforts of your most important manifestation partner, Spirit, in a divine, measurable time. So keep doing what you're doing, stay positive and make a commitment to remain in a high vibrational thoughts and feelings. If you heed the message of this card, it will seem as if you will align with your highest calling and your highest good in no time at all, like magic. So what's all the fuss about? Not having enough time? The prosperous life that is yours will never pass you by. So those of you that have been even working with the law of attraction and maybe thinking this isn't working, it will happen in divine timing. What's that old saying? What's for you won't go by you. If it's meant to be for you, it will. It might just not happen when you want it to happen. And I think with this TikTok message, this could be someone that's picked this number 3. You could be running out of patience for something. You're wanting something to happen fast, whether it even be having a baby, falling pregnant, anything like that, getting married. Things aren't happening quickly enough. This is telling you to be patient. Things will happen when they're supposed to. No matter how much you push and push and push, it won't happen until it's supposed to happen. So that is for number 3. I hope you've enjoyed these little messages. I certainly enjoyed doing them. I think they're lovely cards. I hope to use them more often. Let me know if you like these cards. The message is, you know, they're individual messages, so they're not always going to be the same. It's not just about love or whatever, it's just whatever the message is going to be. And I hope to hear from everybody soon. Let me know what you think of these, if anything resonates with you at all, if you feel that you are a little turtle or a little zebra or a little cobra, you can let me know. And I hope to speak to everybody soon. Bye for now, guys. Bye bye.